Hello everyone, Friendly Neighborhood Bob Witch here to tell you about how wages are way too low and rent is way too high. The gap is unreachable. So recently in my life, I had a brush with homelessness. I've talked about it, I'm not going to go into the details too much. But what I did discover is that across the country, in basically every state, private rentals are demanding that you demonstrate your income is 3 times rent. The minimum rent that I have found countrywide for a 1-bedroom or studio seems to be $1,500 a month. Now, the problem with that is they are all demanding you verify your income is 3 times rent. That means your take-home money has to be $4,500 a month. For $4,500. Now, I'm not going to get into the whole minimum full-time worker stuff yet. Don't get me wrong, I 100% believe part-time workers should be able to afford to live too. But let's start with full-time workers. So I divided that number, 4,500, by 40 hours a week. And in order to get that, you'd have to be paid over $100 per hour. We are struggling to get people to agree to $15 and $20 an hour, and you think we're going to be able to get them to give us $100 per hour? What reality can a working class person afford a place to live under those circumstances? Bonus round. Let's talk about how high that hourly rate would have to be if you had a part-time employee. Now, I'm gauging this by a few numbers. For me, my experiences were almost always 29 hours, just enough under so you don't get full-time benefits, but enough to run you ragged and damage your body beyond repair. In order for 29 hours a week to reach that $4,500 goal, you would have to be getting paid over $150 an hour. And God's help you if you're someone who can only work 20 hours a week for whatever reason. Because that number to afford a basic 1-bedroom, you would have to be getting paid over $200 per hour. So, I would like to know what the U.S. government is doing to work on this. How are you going to make housing, surviving, private residences affordable to the working class? And reminder, this Bob Witch does not believe that if you cannot afford to pay your employees a living wage, you should not have a business. So this concerns you too. Because I have a feeling most businesses can't afford to pay their employees quite that much per hour. So you should probably, contact your government people and ask them why costs of living are so damn high. Because here's the fun fact about mankind, humanity as a rule, people. They go to work and they expect to be paid enough to sustain themselves. If they cannot sustain themselves, they're not going to work because what is the benefit to them?